Good afternoon, everyone. Praise the Lord on this beautiful sunny afternoon. Today I'm going to show you how to make a rain barrel, how to collect rain from Mother Nature. So just a few things you're going to need. Of course, you're going to need a barrel. Pick these barrels up at I found this one off of Craigslist from a recycling center. $10 a piece. You want to make sure that you get one that is a food grade, meaning that it's held something that was edible inside of it. They usually come in a couple different colors. The guy had blue and white. I like blue because it tends to keep out more sunlight, which will in return reduce the amount of algae that grows inside there. So, a few tools you'll need: drill with some hole saws, different sizes, mainly a 3-inch, and on this particular barrel we use 3/4 inch fittings. So you can usually get them in a set like this. This has got all different kinds of sizes. It goes all the way up to 4-inch. So a few other tools you'll need: just some screen, hose clamp, box knife, flathead screwdriver, and the main parts you're going to need are this extension to run from your gutter. You'll need this 4 to 3-inch reducer. You can get these at Lowe's, a couple dollars a piece. And then you'll need down here, I used a 3/4 valve. You can use a regular spigot. I use this one because it has a lot of flow, a lot more flow than the garden spigot. And then you'll need, I went ahead and got a hose adapter. That way you can, if you wanted to, you can hook a hose to this. And you'll need, this is probably the most expensive part. This is what they call a 3/4 inch bung adapter. It's a left-handed thread, and this is what connects everything to the barrel. Other than that, it's not a lot of parts. I think we spent about, barrel and all, $30 to make this system. So the first thing you're going to want to do is start with your gutter, and you want to, we set these on a 2 large cinder blocks. What you'll want to do is you'll want to dig out and make sure it's relatively level, because this, when it has full of water, it'll be pretty heavy, so it'll fall over. You don't want it to fall over on animals or kids, but right now it's sturdy. You can't move it. So set it up, get you a level, just make sure that you're sitting relatively level, and set your barrel up. Then you can kind of measure where you want to cut your downspout off. This is why we got the adjustable one, so you have a little bit of play. I think we spent $1.97 for this piece right here. So you cut the downspout off, get you a sheet metal screw, screw it in, and that'll come right over your hole. Then you'll get your drill, and you'll set this over the top of it, and you'll cut your hole out. I'm not going to do this one because we're going to make this into a watering system for some of our animals. So after you drill the hole out, you'll have a large hole like this. Now this is where this comes in, because you don't want bugs and mosquitoes getting into your water tank. So that's why you get this 3 to 4 inch adapter. 3-inch in will go down and it seals, and then you take your piece of just regular old window screen, put it over the top of this 4-inch pipe, and that'll keep debris, bugs, and stuff that comes off of your roof. Now just a little info, about 1,000 square foot of roof, and we only have one bucket on this right now, but about 1,000 square feet of roof will collect 600 gallons for every 1 inch of rain. So that's quite a bit. You can get larger tanks, but right now we're just using this 55 gallon. So once we've drilled that in, what you want to also do is you want to make you an overflow that will overflow once this bucket is full, because about 10 to 15 minutes of a decent rain and this bucket will be full. So it'll just continually overflow out and back into the grass, or you can even put your hose pipe spigot like this into the side, run your hose out of this, and you can run it wherever you want to take it to. But this one right now just runs into the just the yard. Sometimes we put the dog's bowl there, big bucket, it overflows into that. But what you do with this is you just take your 3/4 inch hole saw like this. This is actually the piece of plastic that came out of it. Drill your hole through there, and you can get threaded pipe, and we threaded that together. I just reach my hand in here and your overflow runs out. So the next major thing you do is you're going to go down here to the bottom, about 1 inch off the bottom, and you'll drill another 3/4 inch hole, and you get this bung. I call it a bung adapter. You can get them at Lowe's. This is probably the most expensive part. I think I paid $10 for this fitting. And what it is, it's a left-handed thread. So you're probably wondering how I got this into the bucket and in through the hole. What I did was I took just a broom handle or a yardstick, I think it was a yardstick, taped this fitting on and ran the yardstick into this hole, and I pushed the fitting through. Once the fitting was through, since this is a left-handed thread, you can just tighten it on and it tightens from the outside. So once you got that good and tight, it's got some rubber seals in between it, help it so it won't leak. This has threads on the inside, and there's a 3/4 inch adapter in between here. It's just a little piece of plastic. I picked it up at Lowe's in the sprinkler section. I think I paid 75 cents for it. You'll screw that in, get your 3/4 inch ball valve, I think $3 or $4, screw that in, and then your hose pipe. And like I said, I use the ball valve because the flow is pretty strong. With a spigot, I'm not really sure, but it seems like it's a little more restricted. But you can use a spigot. I've seen them used both ways. So once you got that, you can set your downspout over the top of this and wait for your first big rain. Like I said, this fills up pretty fast. So I will show you real quick just how you do this screen. What you'll do is you'll take this off and get your piece of window screen, lay it over top, and then push your hose clamp over the top of that, trim the excess off. This will have to be replaced every once in a while because it gets brittle from the weather, but you want to keep that on there to keep stuff out of there. Now, like I said, this will get some algae in it, but I don't know if you can kind of see a little bit of it in there growing. It's not bad. I've heard you can take apple cider vinegar and dump in here and it'll control that. We don't do anything to it. We give it to our animals, our dogs and chickens, and haven't had any problems with it so far. So during the winter though, we will drain this out. We'll clean it out and probably really don't use it much because it'll freeze. So total together, $10 for the barrel. That top adapter is $1.97. This right here, $2 or $3, 50 cents for the clamp. That adapter, that bung adapter, was the most expensive thing. Like I said, that was the only one they had, so you may be able to find it cheaper. But set it up, free water from God, water your plants, animals. You can get larger containers and take advantage of some free stuff instead of having to pay for stuff all the time. Feel free, any questions, reach out to me. I think I'll do another video on the water system we're going to do for our chickens out of this barrel. That's why I didn't want to drill into it, but I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.